to Everyone Racers,
a show designed for the world of low-dollar racing and oddball car culture.
It doesn't matter what kind of Lemmy Champ or Lucky Track Dog league you run.
SECA or NASA, we don't discriminate.
as long as you drive it hard and built it yourself.
Join us each week for tech discussion,
Tips, tricks,
as well as news and notes from the world of amateur endurance racing.
whether it's on the spot.
hella sweet,
Or we're lucky enough in Chrissy.
Chrissy,
I give you just the tip.
We're sure you'll giggle a little.
And learn even less.
Everyone report to the paddock.
This is Chris.
This is Chrissy.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Mental.
And we're Everyone Racers. Welcome to a sprint car episode. It is episode 410. Sprint cars are powered by a naturally aspirated methanol injected overhead valve V8 engines with a displacement of 410 cubic inches and capable of engine speeds of approaching 900 RPM. A lower budget.
9,000.
9,900 is
Big
slow.
difference.
So many.
A lower budget and very popular class of sprint car uses 360 cubic inch engines that produce approximately 700 horsepower. If you are driving a sprint car or have one, you have fun with that. Fun ways to die.
Some ways to die.
Okay, what are you working on? Mental, what are you working on?
I'm not at SEMA. I
Oh.
know.
Do you have FOMO?
A little bit.
I have some FOMO.
You know, and like even when I've been busy, I've managed to like get out there for a day. But yeah, this time around, I honestly didn't even get a chance to go pick up my press badges. So even like times when I've been to like do one, you know, and then Vicky goes back out there and just collects all the pens and the stickers. Couldn't even do that. Did not get to meet up with our buddies from Racing Junk because normally at SEMA we try to do the episode from the booth, but work has been a bear. So there's that. The Halloween, as Vicky and I were getting ready to leave, noticed the tire was a little low on the Porsche and aired it up. We go to leave at the end of our festivities and the tire is flat. So I had to change it in the parking lot and come home and the next day find
you had a spare.
Yes.
And a jack and a lug wrench and the spare had air in it.
Yes.
Wow.
You are exceeding my expectations of you, sir.
Yeah. But it had a giant nail in it. And also it was just, it gave me an excuse because I looked at the tires and Porsche people know that your rear tires always wear out on the inside. You know, Eric, DJ 914 is going, duh. So I ordered a new set. Those came in this week. And before I could get them mounted on Monday, we've got a new person starting at the company, went to go meet her to bring her on base and show her around, and went to go put the car in first gear. And as I do, I hear a slight chunk, and now my shifter just does this. So no gear, nothing, no reverse, nothing at all. So that
Not even a box full of
necessitates.
neutrals, a box full of nothing. Just
Well, and it felt almost like the coupling between the shift rod and the linkage in the transmission disconnected. So I went out there, you know, late in the afternoon, and that was not the case. So I had to call Vicky to come get me, and then I had to go get the RV and the trailer, and then bring the whole thing home. And had not had a chance to look at it because we had stuff going on. And so last night, finally, you know, sat down, got the car up on jack stands. It was not the shifter linkage. In fact, it was not anything outside of the transmission. So that necessitated a removal of engine and transmission to successfully diagnose. And this lovely little chunk of metal is supposed to be one piece, but it's two. And that is floating around in my transaxle, which is why it won't grab a gear and shift. So faced with the option of either trying to find a between $300 and $5,500 used transmission. I did find an outfit in Georgia, and at 4 a.m. this morning ordered a replacement one of those, and I will be rebuilding the transaxle next week when I return. So
Great.
Fingers crossed on how well that goes. I may still be buying a $4,000 or $5,000 transaction.
Hashtag Porsche life.
Yeah. Well, and hashtag vintage car life. What was alarming is how like everything just came apart like it was supposed to. Like, oh, undo this bolt.
Lovely.
Oh, it's undone. Oh, lower engine onto. Okay, wow, engine is free. All right, I forgot the grounding strap. Otherwise, it slid right out, and then I even took the transaxle gearbox apart with like regular hand tools. It was pretty impressive. But
Look at you go, little buckaroo.
we'll see how it goes. The last time I took a Porsche apart for a simple problem, well, we're still waiting on that.
It never went back together.
Yeah. But the upside of this past weekend is obviously you have Halloween, which in Las Vegas is a fantastic time. And I think I threw this in the Slack channel. I do not know. I know I put it on one of the Facebook groups, but my lovely bride and I, we dressed up. This was actually recycling a costume that my wife had to remind me was almost 10 years ago. So we were a witch doctor and a voodoo doll.
Wow.
Cool. Very cool.
Wow. Okay.
So great times were had down on Fremont. And then the next day, it will surprise no one to know that there is a fantastic Dia de los Muertos festival a mile from our house, where we went and saw all kinds of cool crafts and traditional dances from the indigenous folks, both in this area and in Mexico. There's an art display and contest and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, so many great food trucks. So many great food trucks. So good, in fact, that on Sunday we walked up there and had dinner there again.
Oh, good. That's so
Very
fun.
nice.
Yes. So it was a weekend of delightful holidays for us. So I hope everyone else had a safe and happy, not one trick or treater. Normally we get like 3 or 4,
Yeah.
nothing. So my office got a whole box of full candy bars.
Yeah. Right.
How about you
So much
guys?
Chris.
Chris looks like he's infringing on some copyrighted activities there.
Right.
Well, it was a lovely Halloween here. It was 80 degrees basically on Halloween in Denver. So it was a lovely weekend to actually do stuff outside. So I decided I wanted to be a lumberjack. And I'm okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Do you have all of your things still?
I do. I
Okay.
cut down
All night.
trees.
That's good.
I eat my lunch. I go to the lavatory.
There you go. Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's been
Sleep
stuck in
all
my
night
head.
and I work all day.
All night. It's been stuck in my head.
Yeah, I got my old 1980s Husqvarna chainsaw working again, which I had rebuilt the carburetor and it didn't work. This was like a year ago, and I said, "Screw it, I'll deal with it later." I went to take it, start taking it apart. I took the chain off and took the air filter off and stuff, and I was like, "Let me see where it's leaking from, how bad it is." Fired right up. Okay, so I put it all back together. Thing ran beautifully all day, cutting many, many trees down. A lot of it that I needed to get to be able to put the boat in the barn, because I'm opening up one side of the barn to put the boat in there for the winter, and had a bunch of trees in the way. And then also started just trimming many other trees, because we have untrimmed trees all over the place and dead branches on the lower parts of the ponderosa pines. And we're trying to be fire aware, because that's a big problem here. And so I took down a juniper tree because those are flammable. It was right near the house. It's going to need to go anyway because the garage is going there. So all kinds of stuff. I trimmed a lot of trees, all day being a lumberjack. Did not wear high heels, and I did not have any time to press wildflowers, unfortunately. So
It's we don't even have
Suspenders
wildflowers.
and a
'cause
bra?
It's pretty darn dry here. So
not going to say. Yes. So no wildflowers. Then doing some more housework. I got the gym mostly set up with the TV and stereo system and
'Cause
shelves
it's
and
dark
all that.
at night.
Important
and-
stuff.
Yes.
Beer
exactly.
fridge.
Well,
Yeah.
Beer fridge is still up here. But you got that stuff all going. The heaters are all now working properly. I still have to run one thermostat wire, but that's okay. No, house is doing well, which is nice. Went on a nice hike again. Yeah. No car work because I haven't gotten out there yet. And they don't need it. Fair?
I did a little bit of car work, I washed some.
Great.
So my car was filthy, and the NSX is going to storage soon, so both of them needed washing. So I washed those while Chris was cutting things down, and then I helped him drag all of the brush to the street. You could call me Susie Homemaker because I got a whole lot of curtains, so I'm ironing curtains.
Oh, fun.
Right, and it's not. I mean, the curtains are nice when they're up, but buying them is painful, and then getting them to be hung is painful. One of them is polyester and says use cool iron, so I didn't have it turned up very high. And then I went through one, and I'm like, it's not looking great. And then I did the other one, and I'm like, yes, iron doesn't work. So I realized that my cool iron was actually not doing anything because it was dead. So
too cool to get. I'm too cool to iron your curtains.
I kept turning it up a little bit more. I didn't want them to burn, and I'm like, yeah, this is not actually doing anything. So we needed a new iron. So I've been ironing plenty, and I made a casserole. We went just doing housework.
Yeah. One day it's like, well, I made a casserole. I went to the grocery store. I was ironing. I was like, wow.
Yeah. I vacuumed. I cleaned some bathrooms. Yeah. I mean, all these things need to get done, and somebody's got to do them. So
good job, Susie.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you. All right, Mr. Burr, what you got?
Well, sadly, I'm also not at SEMA.
Right.
But for a moment there, I thought I was going to do a dumb thing. There was a guy on one of the Solstice Facebook groups that I'm a part of that had a 2008 GXP blazing orange that was in the shop. It was broken. He could not afford to repair it and had some pretty extensive dental work he needed to get done. So he was looking to just dump the car and get out of it. He was about an hour and a half south of where I'm at. So I sent him a note and said, hey, I'm interested. Let's figure this out. So the car was overheating, but not terribly, but the coolant light was coming on the dashboard. So they changed the thermostat, and then they went and they said, well, that didn't work. So they spun the impeller on the water pump, and it spun, and it shouldn't spin freely because it should be connected to a chain. So something was broken in that part there. So I think it was probably just the water pump needed to be replaced. It couldn't have been the gear, because the gear is a large gear that bolts straight onto the water pump. So if that had come off or had stripped, the chain would have come loose and the car would have ran like crap. So it was probably just a water pump issue. So anyway, we agreed on a very, very good price, and I was supposed to pick the car up today, and then he texted me yesterday and said, hey, I'm really, really sorry, but I've got a better offer. Basically, the guy was going to give him the same amount of money that I was going to give him and a base model Solstice.
What?
He was like, so if you can match that deal, I was like, hey, I'm happy for you. Best of luck. If the deal falls apart, give me a call.
Yeah. Because you're not getting the twap, pal.
No, you're gonna.
Does he even want it?
Give you cash. Yeah, we'll give you some cash, but that's about it. So, it's fine. The thing that I was most excited about is it had a lot of upgrades on it. It had a stage 3 tune on it, which means it's got the bigger injectors. It had a $500 upgraded intercooler on it. It had the high flow charge pipes on it. It had silicone tube. All the hoses were silicone. So it had a bunch of stuff done to it, and it was really pretty clean. So the plan was to register it, let my wife drive it around for a while, and then when a engine or something blew up in the race car, strip it for parts and get rid of it. So sadly, it didn't work out, but we'll figure that out. So now I've got to buy parts, and it's back to the last race that I did with the Solstice. The hose that comes out of the aluminum charge pipe that goes into the engine. Nobody sells that thing. Like, nobody. You can get silicone hoses on all of the other parts of the car, but that one hose, which is a funky little shape, no one sells. So I decided to go to eBay and I bought the entire thing, all the aluminum charge pipes, all the other things for $170. So that's on the way. I'll be able to get that fixed. I'll have some spares, and then go from there. I may try to TIG weld some patches into the other pipes because I doubt I'll ever need those again, but it'll give me a chance to try to learn how to weld. So I've got some aluminum. We'll figure that out. It would be fun.
Start with the scrap pieces. Ask me how I know.
Yeah. Oh, yes, for sure. For sure. Yeah, so that was it. We had fun Halloween. Amy and I, Amy loves Halloween. We don't get a lot of kids because we're on a big hill. But usually
Children are lazy.
Yeah, I think it's the parents that are lazy. But all the kids that are on our street and the one above us came down. So we had 2 groups of kids. It was total about probably 25 kids. So I get to try out my new Tipsy Elf multicolored leopard onesie that I have. So I got to wear that. And then the kids were like, whoa, what's going on with this guy? So
we even got costumes out, didn't put them on because we didn't see any signs of life outside our house.
Yeah.
We decided
The only thing we saw out there that time of night are bears.
Yeah.
So,
we were like, that's probably
candy.
It's pretty good excuse to not
That's
come
a
up our
great
hill.
costume.
Right. Costume or not.
I mean, we did have peanut butter. The bears would have loved that. Like the Reese's are just right at the bears.
That's all we had. Yes, we got the candy that we like because
kids are going to get mauled for their candy. So,
oh no!
Right.
All right, news and notes time.
Well, sometimes we question if everyone on a track really should be on track, but in a motorcycle race, when a red Tesla Model Y manages to get onto a hot track going the wrong way, people notice. Andrew Collins at The Drive tells us that last weekend at Buttonwillow Raceway in California, a 9-hour motorcycle race had to be red flagged, and the driver appeared to be confused, but got a stern talking to. In a world of what the F, I present to you, what the F. This may be the biggest what the F I've ever whatted, said the race commentator during the live broadcast on an AFM event. During the middleweight super sport wave number 2 race, you can hear the guy say, no way. And then there's some yelling and then the audio goes out. And amazing that they even actually got on the track, as typically there's plenty of checks before you can even get there. But I would imagine the staff is going to get a stern talking to as well. So poor Tesla guy trying to find the charging station that is in the parking lot of that track.
I'm just like, let me just turn here. No, don't turn there. No, don't turn there. Are you sure? I think it's this way. Okay. Oh, there's motorcycles zooming around. Come on, really?
Turn around when possible.
Wait for a break in this traffic. What? These motorcycles are going so fast.
Where are they going?
What the hell's this Hell's Angels
And this
convention?
is 7 hours in. So it's not like it just started and you're just like, oh, okay. You just, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for those of you that
he was
aren't
by
familiar,
himself because the spouse is like,
right?
Oh,
That's what I was
God.
getting. That's what I was getting at.
Goodness.
Telluride.
Never
Yeah.
hear the end of it.
Crazy.
Right, yes.
Crazy.
Pencil, do you want to read about?
Oh shit! Sorry. All right, I'm
Yeah,
trying
do you
to
want to read?
do all the stuff here. Okay. Now, for obvious reasons, there's been some delays in the Gymkhana series since we lost Ken Block, but the team, the Hoonigan Media Machine, is still working to produce their standard jaw-dropping, amazing tire-smoking content. And Jerry Perez over at The Drive tells us that the next segment is going to feature the cute ute, known as the, all right, I have to close things and hit share at the same time, known as the Subaru Bradaroo $955. Under the hood, turbocharged 2-liter boxer engine built by those rally folks at Vermont Sports Car. 670 horsepower out of 2 liters, 680 foot-pounds. This thing looks amazing. Revs to 9,500 RPMs. Active aero turns on a dime, has those deployable wings, keeps it stable as it, is jumping off of stuff, and probably similar to the wagon that they had on the last one. You're going to have to wait until December for the actual episode to come out. But if you have not seen these pics, or you weren't at SEMA, or you somehow don't have the internet, you need to check this thing out because it just looks awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. I know you guys aren't necessarily a fan of the Gymkhana stuff. I love it. I think it's gotten even just
like the first
funnier.
one was cool.
Yeah.
It's all just boring since then. It's the same shit.
Yeah, it is. And I could watch that show all day. Just kill all tires. Yeah.
Yep. Again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Well, in news from Cars Unveiled at SEMA, the Ring brothers show off their 69 Ford Mustang Mach 1 you've likely seen, with an 800 horsepower supercharged Coyote V8, 6-speed manual transmission, and a customized Roadster Shop Stage 3 chassis, not to mention its devilishly cool styling and name, Kingpin. Logan Carter-Jalopnik tells us about this amazing drive they put together. Sending over 800 horsepower to the rear wheels of a 56-year-old Mustang sounds reckless, but Ring Brothers thinks about the driving experience of his customers as well as the aesthetics. Kingpin's handcrafted bodywork is painted a custom shade of BASF bootleg black because they are boring and couldn't find a better color. The trim is a custom color that's an ode to Ford's Grabber Green called Grab Her Green, which that would have been better. Assuming you're not at SEMA, check out the pics in the article.
Assuming you're not at SEMA.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't hit any pedestrians yet either.
It hasn't gone any
Hasn't left
racetrack.
yet.
Hasn't gone any
Wait till
racetracks
Friday
the
when
wrong
they're
way
all
either.
driving out of the convention center.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about race cars. So there's another cheapo on Racing Junk that decides to sell a Lemons car in New York for $5,500. This is an 1980 Ford Fiesta, as the owner says, very well-built car, race-ready with many spares, including engines and trans. 3 sets of tires and wheels, many other parts, seats and belts in date. Great Champ Car, Lemons, Bracket GP. Style, reliable.
You
car.
get 3 photos because you're a cheapskate, and one of them is your trailer. Just
right.
your
And the
trailer.
car is like, hey, does anybody have a picture of the car? Yeah, I wanted where we're like working on it far away.
Yeah.
So things like, the cage, kind of important.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well,
And honestly, like from these 3 crappy photos, seems like a really good deal.
I mean, it's probably an old SCCA car, which means the cage was probably put in the 80s, which means it's not going to pass any sort of Lemons tech.
No. But it also probably means it has a Formula Ford built bottom end, and it's probably really stout and just an absolute friggin' hoot to drive.
it doesn't look like it has hit much on the out. I mean, because we only have the outside to look at. It has a whole lot of straight panels, which is kind of
We've
nice.
only seen the passenger side in all of the pictures.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, there wasn't much on Racing Junk that I could find, so I apologize. But
I think it's a cool
fun.
car.
Huh.
you never know.
If you've
Go
got
check
a
it
cool
out.
car and you don't want to spend money on the package, which, by the way, you totally should. All right. Just email us. All right. We'll give you our account.
Figure out how to make it happen. Anyway, let's talk about upcoming races.
Lemons is going to Motorsports Ranch in Houston. There are 127 cars. Good luck, judges.
Yeah,
Of
it's
those,
sold out.
Man, it's going to be tough. There's going to be so many. I don't want to complain, but
Yeah.
so many.
It's
I'm glad
weightless
it's
gate
Texas.
all over again.
Yeah. Of that, 18 BMWs. Good ratio. Acceptable. 16 Miatas. Okay. 13 Hondas, 2 Porsches, and fret not, lots of good crap like a Pontiac Sunfire. That's a great Pontiac. Yeah. The less cool Pontiac, the Solstice, 2 Fieros, and 2 G6s. Like this is a Pontiac fest here. That's great.
They build excitement.
I have
They
some
do.
insider knowledge. There are lots of rookies. Lots.
Well, there happens to be not one, but two of you going to this race.
Correct. That's
Which is
correct.
fun.
Yep. So I have insider knowledge that Mental does not have.
Yeah. Bring Chrissy
Fizzy water.
drinks at the gate because she's going to be out there by herself.
How about
and bored.
anything for that matter?
She's going to be out there by herself, but she's going to be out there with Gary, the retired cop, who also works the gate. And even though every single time they explain to him they don't have to sign the track waiver because we're renting the track, you're going to sign the track waiver. You see, you're signing 2 waivers to get on the track. It's just how it goes. So you'll be talking with Gary. He's a nice fella.
Or talk to me and I will tell you the real rules. How about that?
Oh, they're not getting to you until they go past Gary.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Well, Mental, make sure with 127 cars and a lot of rookies, you're going to have a lot of penalties. So send some people to Chrissy.
Nope.
Nope.
That's
We're
We're
on
on that in a
judging.
minute because
We'll get
we'll be going to penalty on my own.
Oh,
we'll get there in a second. Let's not be
First off, I want to thank Bill Fisher. So I posted last week's episode, and Bill let me know almost immediately that the audio version was 3 seconds long. Now you know. And that's all it recorded. I don't know why. So I got that fixed. And then we got a message from our Corvette loving buddy, Jimmy G, down in South Carolina. And he was telling me also how he fell down the Haggerty rabbit hole and even sent me a link to a really nice 450 SL. For the good guy, whatever they're calling that auction, the guy that went and bought everybody's cars.
Yep. So Randy said, regarding trying to save pit race, being against me personally is probably half the right move. Hell, I can't even stand on a podium property without calling McGraying myself back into the earth. The real people to not bet against is the Pittsburgh motorsports community in general. There are so many people who are far smarter than me fighting this fight. I'm just doing what I can as I can. Save pit race, of course, is over in our show notes.
They also recently did a film. It's on the Facebook group Save Pit Race, and it is worth watching. They are not belligerent or angry, but they are going to town meetings, and the guy leading the charge lays out a very logical, well-ordered case why the data center is going to be bad for the community and how it doesn't make money and how pit race is great for the community. And even Randy gets up and walks through a just very charismatic look. This is what you're giving up to get this. So it's worth a little watch, and we've got a link to that also in our show notes.
And another Pittsburgh local, Al Jones, said about the classing of the cars at Summit Point. So in defense of putting the Civic in B, we were all familiar with the car. It has a B20 non-VTEC engine out of a CRV. All the drivers on that team are SCCA hot shoes, including 2 podium finishers from runoff. They have a history of dick stepping, which, now this is my insert, I totally believe because they definitely at several points put their car into hey, I'm going to be here, and if we're not going to crash, it's your problem. So yep, that was the kind of driving they were doing. And he said they brought one of the best bribes of the weekend. They just put together a really good weekend, so no regrets in misclassing them. Well, now they're an A, so all good.
Good. Welcome. Good.
Welcome
I'm glad Al owned it.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we would have said we did say what's going on with this. We're like, ooh, judges are going to be in trouble for this one. So I'm glad.
I know you guys haven't, but I've stood up on a podium and like, how'd they end up there? Did you see what they brought me? It's friggin' awesome. You bring me something like this, I'll totally put you in C. I don't even.
All right. Adam N said about the last episode, you started talking about doing a show for what's in store for 2026. Team Mofoco is officially in for Lucky Dog Race at Laguna, which is so fun.
You're going to love it.
I and another occasional mofo, my brother Jake, and our better halves would have scored or have scored a campsite and tickets for the real deal in 2026. And they're going to Le Mans. Would love a future show about going to Le Mans from those who have done it. We could do that.
Maybe ask some of
We did that.
Well, we did one. There's another.
Yeah. Maybe get your state neighbors. You guys could, I'll talk about it.
Like, well, we did it already, but okay.
No, I mean, just how to do it,
Sure. Yep. Go find our post Le Mans show that we did, that we talked all about our experiences and what to do, what not to do, things like that. So it's good.
Le Mans wrap up.
Yep.
Well, lastly, Adam said, I greatly enjoy listening to you guys struggle with my last name. You have two choices, the Americanized way, Naraki, or the way my grandfather and Russian-speaking wife say it, Novrotsky.
Oh, there you go.
Same last name as Polish president.
Oh, there you go.
I argue there's a southern version, Narwaki. So.
All right. Thanks, Adam Milwaukee.
Hey, one more quick thing. Now, we love to give Champ Car the business because, well, it's funny. But if you are listening to the show and you race Champ Car, I've run Champ Car. Tim, have you run Champ Car? A Champ Car? Yeah. So we've done some Champ Car stuff. They are having their annual elections for their board of directors, and a link to that is in our show notes. And if you are a member of Champ Car, i.e. you have raced with them in the 12 months and paid your membership dues, I would like you to consider voting for our buddy, Dustin Belch. Now, I've known Dustin since we met on the Grassroots Motorsports board almost 20 years ago. And I have raced with him. He's raced with us. He's done limits. He does everything. His parents were drag racers, and now he's got his dad into endurance racing, and he is running for the seat on that board. He is a racer's racer. He's a great mechanic, a great dad, a service member. This is a really good step. If you like racing that is fun, I would highly suggest you guys all vote for Dustin. And we're going to also endorse Mike Coleman, who is another racer's racer for one of those seats on the board. So if you like more fun and less 37-page rule books, I say that's the way to go.
Great.
You know who should also be on the board at Champ Car?
You know who doesn't like 40-page rule books?
Yeah, man.
You know who thinks that 3 seconds isn't too long for our show?
Maybe. They're like, well, now we have to go find something else to listen to. That's good. I like that one. Okay. Hi, Mom.
Hello,
Okay.
Chrissy's mom.
It's
Hi,
me,
Chrissy's
Johnny.
mom.
This week, we're talking about MSR Houston coming up this weekend. So just 35 miles south of Houston's sprawl in Angleton, Texas, is Motor Speedway Resort Houston. It is not Mercedes
That's right. Yeah,
Ranch. It hasn't been for years. It was
originally.
Motorsports Ranch, and now it's called Motor Speedway Resort, according to their own website. So MSR Houston is used by both amateur drivers and professional teams, and has become, quote, a premier hub for motorsports development, performance driving, and racing education in the Gulf Coast region. And that just says something about the other tracks in that region, because this is not a premier racetrack. It is a middle of nowhere Texas kind of racetrack. So, yeah. The facility features a 3/4 mile karting track, 100-acre rally course, and a 90,000 square foot skid pad used by both amateur drivers and professional teams. No, we already read that. Anyway, it's got a 2.38 mile, 17 turn main circuit that can go in either direction. For the first time ever, they're running counterclockwise this race.
Oh, fun.
Maybe like a new track for everybody.
Oh, that's kind of exciting, actually.
It is.
Well, spectators, if you want to show up, it's $40 for all access, all weekend passes.
Which compared to like New Hampshire is a bargain.
Mm-hmm. Now, you're not allowed to touch a race car, but anyone wrenching, fueling, etc. needs to register on a team as a crew member. No touchy, just watchy. The course direction will be counterclockwise. The schedule. Pre-race for all rookies, they must watch the virtual rookie meeting. Thursday the 6th, gates will open at 5 p.m. for early arrival. At 10 p.m., gate and registration closed. No armband, no entry.
I heard the person running that gate is a hammer.
I mean, yes.
If you make her mad, she's just going to get a bunch of arm hair on in your wristband.
Yes,
so
much arm.
If you, yes, or if you bring me something great, I will be very Happy.
like potato salad.
Your wristband just may be a roll of duct tape, right? And not even around, like straight up.
I feel like every team should show up to the gate and give you potato salad.
I don't
That would
really
be
want
amazing.
that. I would really just like.
That'd be
Just-
so sad.
Yes, this is the time where you remember that people sit at the gate for many hours a day.
So many hours.
So many.
So how many hours? Well, Chrissy's going to get there at 7 a.m. when the
No,
gate registration
I have to be there
opens.
before 7 a.m.
You
Actually,
got to set up the tables and the
Uh-huh.
tent. And,
Okay.
yeah.
yeah.
Yep. And from 9 to 5, there will be an optional test day. It's $300 a car. Pretty good deal
That's pretty
there
reasonable.
for
Yeah,
up to
absolutely.
6 drivers. That's crazy. $200 a car for up to 6 drivers for a half day with a member or non-member. They have memberships there?
It's a country club style.
Okay.
Oh,
So non-members are 300, members are 200. It's an even better deal. To register and get more info, click on the link in the show notes. Noon to 5, you'll have BS inspection and tech teams are assigned to specific tech times as always. That's your time, no changes. You'll be emailed a link to the tech time assignments a few days before the event. You can usually find it on the forum page on the Lemon site as well. Gear tech will be from noon to 5, and the gate will close at 9 p.m. Say goodnight to Chrissy on the way out the door. No
Yay.
armband, no entry. Saturday the 8th, gate opens back up at 7. 9 o'clock is driver's meeting. 9:30, go to the grid. Show up early. At 10 o'clock, we will start race session 1, which will end at 5 p.m. The gates will again close at 7 p.m. Sunday, gate will open at 7. Race session 2 is 9 to 4 with awards at 4:30. At 6 p.m., striped bark scorpions will be released to study how painful their stings really are on human subjects. GTFO while you still can. Is there a potluck
yes. Ranger Road is putting on the potluck.
on Saturday?
Yes, I have not seen any advertisement other than the insider knowledge that I have because I
Okay.
work with staff.
So plan on a potluck. Bring stuff.
Do
Make it
that.
good. Don't
Yep.
suck. Parking. Parking is first come, first served, unless reserved parking is specifically mentioned by Lemons or offered by the track. Every team entry, i.e. one race car, gets a single 20 by 40 space in the main paddock. Anything that doesn't fit in that box must park in the spectator overflow parking area shown on the paddock map. Race control is off limits to participants and spectators. When you arrive, you must be pre-registered. Check the paddock map to see where all the things are located and check the event schedule, as I mentioned earlier, to know when things happen. Go get your driver gear teched near HQ anytime during those 12 to 5 hours. Put it on, wear your safety gear, including your head and neck restraints. Don't make them dig through sweaty gear bags or other gross things.
Worst.
Yeah. Bring your driver's license to HQ to get your yellow driver's wristband. And go to Car Tech at your assigned tech time with a tech sheet. Don't forget to print out your tech sheets, boys and girls. Tech times are linked, as I mentioned. Fueling is only in the hot pits or on the track's permanent pumps. No fueling in the paddock during race hours. Everyone in the fueling area must be in full safety gear with visors down. Registered drivers and crew are only allowed in the fueling areas. No staging in the fueling areas. Bring your crap in, fuel your crap can up, and drag it all out of there. No assigned or saved hot pit spots. Get there when you're ready to go and fuel up your rig.
With
Don't park
120 something cars.
It's
yeah,
going to be
it's gonna be tight.
BZ.
And everyone's going to park their Texas Giganticus edition pickup right by the pit entry to try to bring their stuff up there because
So
that's what
much.
they do in Texas.
Yeah, you may want to try to pit off schedule to make it
Yeah.
easier for you and your team.
Do that.
Yeah. Kill switch must be off. No one in the car. Drip pan underneath. It can't be a flat pan. A dedicated extinguisher person are all mandatory while fueling. That person should be facing oncoming traffic and be a minimum of 6 feet away from the human with the large jug of flammable liquid. If you're using track pumps, no one can be in the car, and the kill switch must be off. Full gear is recommended but not required at the track pumps. And just remember, you can't put your own jugs into the car at the track pumps, but you can fill your jugs from the pumps.
Also,
Okay.
don't bring your giant Texas-sized truck over the gas pumps either, because there's no space for it.
That's a great idea. Okay. Paddock layout is chaotic. Buildings are a bit haphazard, and there are garage condos by the track. No dedicated RV parking, but there are some covered spaces that have power. But if you haven't rented one already, you are SOL.
Those covered spaces are right. Yeah. As I'm
Okay.
pointing at them. Yes.
Okay. Parking's always a problem. So drop your trailer and move your brodozer once you have unloaded. If you have spectators, warn them. Nick Pond even sent a reminder email that you cannot block fire lanes. No matter how cool, how short it's going to be, it doesn't matter. You're not allowed to do it. Okay. So your judges are Judge Tom from Colorado, Judge Sajeev, Judge Bob, and Judge Rob from New Orleans. So weathers should be partly cloudy all weekend, lows in the high 60s lows, high 60s, highs, mid 80s. So going to be pretty warm, I'd say.
87 Saturday is what I saw.
That's what I saw too. So I saw that's going to be pretty warm. So
It is take the most humid place you've ever been and double it.
Oh, I just left humidity. Okay.
From here, where it was 11% humidity yesterday.
Your headphones aren't working, Chris. Okay, track is a decent drive outside of Angleton. Both Angleton and nearby Lake Jackson have full gamut of flaps, chain restaurants, Walmarts. Angleton itself also has an excellent tractor supply. There are pumps at the track, but the credit card reader can be a bit flaky. So the track itself also has a race shop on site that's usually open, but they get busy. They can do tire changes and alignments. Tipping them well can get you bumped up in line. There's no operating food truck. I think there might be a food truck. I think I saw that there is a food truck.
Oh,
Don't hold me to it. I'm pretty sure it's barbecue.
Because they used to have the track cafe, but then like the building got condemned. They just never did anything with it.
I'm almost positive there is a food truck. I can confirm. Don't count on it, but I think there is going to be food. But your nearest Shell station is up the state highway. Gas is hella cheap, with regular at $2.64, premiums at $3.45, and diesels at $3.30.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, and you can't bring your guns into the race.
Yeah, don't do that.
You don't.
It's Texas.
Why would you do that?
Because everyone's got like 8 of them in Texas.
For what?
Gun right.
What do
Because
you
Texas.
shoot?
Because Texas, I might need
Texas.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Mental's going to school us on this track. Okay.
Well, and so
Except
this is
it's
the interesting
backwards.
thing. My first race at MSR Houston was 2015. And I've run with a couple of different series. I've instructed there. I've been there a bunch of times. Never once run it counterclockwise. So I had to do a bunch of research and kind of reverse my thinking, because it really kind of does change the nature of this track. And it's nice when these tracks actually do, with some of these flatter tracks, you can do designs where you can run them counterclockwise. A lot of times the reason you can't run a track counterclockwise is because of the way the guardrails are. And if the car goes off in the opposite direction, rather than being bounced off an Armco, it'll be sliced in two. So this one is good like that. So what we are going to do is I'm going to close that one because it's not the one I wanted. I'm going to bring up, and we'll be going back and forth from this track map here, and also this race driver here who did a narration of the track. So as you see here, he is on the front stretch, pit straight as it is known. So we're going counterclockwise. You will go, they have one of the actual flag bridges. So you go under the flag bridge and then you go into turn 1, which is called Joe Bone. Not making that up. It is a flat, fast, slight left. You're just going to tap the brakes, set the nose, crank it in, and back on it. And as soon as you straighten it out, because you're carrying a ton of speed, on your right, as you initiate the turn to the right, you're going to see cones as they're coming through here. So if you're watching this on YouTube, he's coming under the bridge. Here he comes, taps the nose, goes through, and gets a slight left, and you'll see the cones on the right side. And those are to delineate where pit entry is. It used to be that's where you would get off to go into pit lane. As we have mentioned, there are going to be like over 120 cars. So you know how long those cones are going to last. As you are coming into that turn, it's known as carousel. There is at the end of the pit entrance, a very, it's a curbing, but it's a flat-ish curbing. And you can touch that as you go through, just kind of aim right at the end of it, go over the top of it. That is the only curbing at this track you should touch. Dry, wet, cold, hot, doesn't matter. All of the curbing at this track is slick. And then they, in some of their runoff areas have like just that huge like rating, like what was the corner at Road America where it would just literally knock your fillings loose if you went off on it. It's all like that. But you're coming into carousel. Now, carousel is a sustained, almost 200-degree sweeper to the right. It opens up onto the front straight. Now, once you get the car kind of takes a set, you're going to maintain that corner by adjusting the throttle, kind of feathering the gas as you're coming through there. You're not adjusting the wheel. The turn looks faster than it is. It's flat and it is a wide turn, but the road isn't exactly perfect geometric shapes. It's also not flat, and the car's going to wiggle the entire time around. So you're going to stay on the inside of it until you see a short bit of curbing on the right side. It's about 5/8 of the way through. Once that happens, you unwind that wheel, open it up, and that's going to bring you down into the front straightaway, which is a very, very fast section here. But you're seeing Ian Brewer, who is narrating his track. There's the short bit of curbing, and he's going to let the car come out. There is runoff on the outside of that. And if you're feeling gutsy, use it, but make sure nobody else is around you, because if they're thinking you're going off the track, and you're going to really wind it out, maybe not get all the way up into fifth, but you're going to find a lot of speed as you're going through this. There is a flag station on the inside of carousel. Given the direction, I don't think it's going to be staffed. So you come down the front, the back stretch. There's going to be a big tire barrier passes by you on your left, and then a flag station as you enter Diamond's Edge. Diamond's Edge is basically turns 3, 4, and 5, as we are showing here. So it's
right, left, and a left.
Correct. So you're coming into 3. They've got the numbered braking on there. Kind of just, start easing into the brakes. There's no need to get into hard because it is a gradual turn. And then as soon as you make that right and the car gets straight, then you're on the brakes hard because it's a left and then another left. And the first one of those lefts, you're almost kind of throwing it away, but you're just setting yourself up for the second one. And done, it's one sweeping motion. And you'll see there on the left side of the track as he exits, there's some of those just really, really rough chunks of pavement that's coming on there. Now, you want to be careful as you're coming out of there. And this is one of those places you really want to try and get it right, because as you come out of it, you're going on to the back straightaway, which is the fastest part of the track and the longest straightaway. As you exit, there is a flag station on the left. I'm really actually happy to see how this is going to work going counterclockwise, because there's a huge tree that has grown up in front of that flag station that they won't trim. And the guy that always works that flag station is like the laziest dude ever. And he just kind of like hangs a flag out of there. And you don't know it until you're right on top of it and you're doing a $110 coming through there when he's holding out the yellow flag. So there's a flag station on the left. Onto that. As you enter into the back straightaway, this is one of those places. Wiggle the fingers, sweep the gauges, check your mirrors, get on the right side of the track, take a breath, yank down on the belts, and then keep going. You're coming into a turn called the sweeper, and they call it the sweeper because it's a sweeper. So you're coming into the
Super
sweeper,
creative.
which is turn 7.
So creative.
Yeah, right here. And it's a really, really high speed turn. Really, if you're messing with the brakes, you're just doing it to kind of set the nose. And as you're coming into it, there's going to be a flag station inside on the left. And then as soon as you straighten the car out, as you're going to see right here in the video, so he's coming out of Diamond's Edge and he's coming to there, just get all the way out there on the straightaway. And this is you'll end up in your tall gear on this one, but just be predictable. Don't try and get out of people's way. There'll be a lot of passing and settling. And then he just goes hauling it into this corner. Now, as soon as you come out of 7 and the car gets straight, jump on the brakes as hard as you can, get the car slowed safely down, because now you have 8 and 9, which are known as bus stops. And it is literally a right and a left, but the right and the left are both off camber and crappy pavement. So there's like almost no grip. So you're going to want to get the car nice and slowed down. As you exit 9, there is a little bit of rough runoff on the passenger side of the vehicle, and there is going to be a flag station there as well. As soon as you're done with that, there's a short straightaway, and you're going to be doing the exact same thing again for turn 10 and the entrance into 11, except these turns are on camber. So again, it's a right and then a very, very tight left as you're coming into that. And as you exit, so here he is coming through the bus stop. There's our flag station on the right. He's going to get the cars braked again, right, then left. And this is a key point as he is entering into 11. If you look, as he's coming into 11, it's called the keyhole. And even when they're running this track in the normal configuration, the keyhole has a stretch of different surface pavement throughout the entirety of it. It's about 3 feet off of the inside of the turn, and it goes all the way around. That's where the grip is. You want 2 of your tires on that as you're going around. If you get outside of where that pavement repair is, the camber falls off and it is super, super slick. And by the end of the day, it's going to be covered in marbles. If you have to give up a position to get on that pavement repair and you safely can do so, do it, because you will lose so much if you find yourself on the outside of that corner. It will be immensely frustrating. So on the keyhole, stay on that concrete patch as you go all the way around, constant radius turn. You've got a good bit of grip on there. As soon as that concrete patch ends, there's going to be a flag station right in front of you. And you're going to just kind of lift off and you're prepping into turn 12, which is a tight off camber right that immediately comes back to the left for the only true elevation on this track. It's called the launch, and it's kind of like Cotton Corners at Button Willow. It's just a hill that they built so that they could say they had a hill. I don't know why it's there, but it is. So we're going to go back to our buddy Ian, who is driving the track here. And so here he is, comes into 12, and then he's setting himself up, and there's the launch. He just went over the launch. It doesn't look like much of a hill, but if you notice, he did lose some traction as he was. I stopped recording for no reason. All right. So you're coming through the launch. Now, the thing about the launch, because it's a hill and it's going to get crowded, there's going to be a lot of folks checking up here. And you may know exactly what you're doing, but the car in front of you has no idea, and they're going to jump on the brakes way more than you think they should. And this is where a lot of the contact at this track occurs. So just be aware of who's around you. But if you've got the car pointed correctly in a little bit of empty track, you can take it flat out. Even if it floats over at the top, you'll still land on the track. Now, the launch opens to a short straight, and then that goes into turn 14, which is a right-hand power sweeper called gut check. So we go back to our track map here, and you will see gut check. Now, in the opposite direction, gut check is where the infamous 27-second Mustang went off track. So it can go kind of wrong here if you're not paying attention. You come into the gut check right there. Oh, that's not him going into gut check. That's him going into the final lap. You come into that, it widens and then it narrows back up again. So watch around when people are trying to get around you and realizing they don't have enough space. There's going to be some crowding, and you're going to have a flag station over off on the right. Now, there's a slight left, correction, that is turn 15. The pavement right there is terrible, even by MSR standards. It's bumpy, it's uneven, it's inconsistent. So you're going to want to brake in a straight line and then pay attention to your car, make sure you're not getting any lockup. If you drop a tire on the outside of that corner, you're going to hurt the car. I bent a wheel last year in a Ford Ranger just by taking one tire slightly off.
A Ford what?
Yeah, Ford friggin' Ranger.
There you go. Thank you.
So just be aware of the outside of that track. You're going to hurt the car, or it's going to try and pull you off of that one. Now, your next pair of corners, 16 and 17, sugar and spice. And combined, they make that 180 back to the pit straightaway. If you can, wide on the first one and then tight into the second one as you are exiting onto the pit straightaway, watch out for that wall. You can get close to it, but that pit lane wall can and has flipped cars at almost every race. Then you're back onto that pit lane straightaway, onto the start finish flag, and you go again. As you are entering turn 15, if you look to your right, that is also going to be where you'll exit the track onto pit lane. So watch out for people doing that. The infamous, how much signal do I need to cut across all the lanes of traffic? None. Good luck, everybody else. But that is MSR Houston in a nutshell. It's a lot of speed, and it's kind of deceptive because there's no landscape references. So it's kind of hard to find your turn-in references as you're going through. So you're looking for features on the track or on the ground.
I had that problem with button willow.
It's
when you don't race.
It's like button willow, but humid and a lot more cricks because there's not a lot of trees. There's not a lot going on out there.
Yeah. So it makes it really difficult to figure out where things are. Watch some video, friends. That seems like a great idea. Watch some video, try to figure out.
Yeah.
Do a very inexpensive test day.
Seriously.
Right?
Yeah. Very
support that the track is doing a reasonably priced test day.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Everybody should spend the $300. It's an awesome deal.
Yeah.
So
great. Thanks for that, Mental. Appreciate it.
Who are you running with, Mental?
Skinny Coyote. Ford friggin' Ranger.
I'll be at the gate. Come say hi.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Bring potato salad.
I've already prepped them.
No potato salad.
They may be the one bringing you coffee and fizzy water on Friday morning.
That sounds lovely. Friday is going to be a bear, but it'll be great. Yay. I'll be at the track.
We can make all the Texas jokes, and we will because it's Texas and the Lone Star State is a Yelp review, as a friend of mine gave me a bumper sticker that said, but there is a bunch of really great teams, low balls there.
I got that joke. That's great.
I still didn't.
Or who's the Resistance is coming, so there's and then Breaking Bad's trying to get, because this is close to home for them. So they'll be bringing the Fleet out there, a high speed, low drag. There's a bunch of just really, really good teams that make that race just a ton of fun. As previously mentioned, Jerry Wayne Longmire is going to, he even talked about it on his podcast. He's going to try and stop by on Sunday and hang out. And, he loves that. And we have a lot of fun. So it's, I don't like humidity, but I do like going to this track.
Well, it should be interesting because that's a lot of race cars.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to the judges here because they need to go checking out for cheaty tires. Last year, I found like 5 teams on cheaty tires over the course of the weekend, especially because we had some black flag alls, and I would just go walk the hot pits. It's like, oh, hey, you got to come talk to us. Things like that. It's these Texas people, man. What are they do?
Well, and a lot of them
numbers are hard.
They're members. They're members of the thing, so they just go throw on their race tires and I'm going to win now. Which, by the way, they never do.
No.
That's
not how it
not
works.
Ever has anyone won a race on cheaty tires.
Ever?
Not a Lemons race.
Okay. I mean, I would assume so, but never know.
Yep.
Well, cool. All right. Well, we'll see some of you there.
Great.
Say hi.
Have fun.
Yeah.
You have something going on here?
I got it on the spot.
Great.
Ooh.
Right?
Great.
Okay. I came
Okay.
up with a list of what I think are some of the best things to ever come out of Texas, and we have to decide which one you like the best. This is a short list. Hats.
At all? Just hats?
The Texas hat. The big,
Oh,
stupid
Texas hats. So I was
Yeah,
going to say it was
like 10-gallon hats or whatever.
pretty
those
sure
giant
like
hats.
the British
I-
came in hats.
fine.
And
I will say that the 10-gallon hat ones are good, but a good, comfortable straw cowboy style hat in the
Yeah.
summer.
Big hat. All right, let's keep this a list. Next is Buc-ee's.
oh,
Mhm.
Third
Buc-ee's.
is toast. Because Texas,
Texas
right?
toast.
Yep.
Oh, Texas toast.
And fourth is the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Those are your 4 choices of the best things to come out of Texas.
Mm.
I'm going to go with Buc-ee's.
I'm going
Yeah.
with Buc-ee's
I-
too. Now I have a map up of the airport to the track, and now I'm going to go see if I can pass it.
I do like
You'll
toast.
pass
You
like
pass
3
at
Buc-ee's
Buc-ee's.
on the way there too.
What I do?
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's where it starts. And it's funny is especially people who are uninitiated to Buc-ee's, like out here, you get a lot of people like Buc-ee's. What the hell is Buc-ee's? And then they'll go back to the South or to the southern Midwest, and they always come back and go, I went to a Buc-ee's. My God, that was amazing. I had an incredible brisket sandwich, and they have 374 different types of beef jerkies. I was looking for duplicates and there was none. And I bought a lawn chair. It was, I mean, just
And a tchotchke, and people said hello to you when you walked in.
and it's on paper, it sounds like they're just the stupidest, most absurd thing. And then you walk in, you're like, okay, this is actually great.
It's a
Oh my God.
Cracker Barrel and Wawa and I don't know what the
And Walmart.
And
Or-
Disney
well,
World.
Really,
And
it's
Disney
Target.
World.
It's a little
Disney
classier than
World.
Walmart.
Yes, that's it.
at Disney World's a lot. That's a lot.
And their
But-
bathrooms are always spotless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hitting up a
They do a good job. They do a good job.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. So you're on for Texas toast, though, Tim.
I do like, but you can get Texas toast at Buc-ee's, so I guess it's Buc-ee's.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm getting a little more excited about going to Texas. I'm gonna find myself a Buc-ee's. Okay.
and some brisket. Bring this girl some barbecue.
Right? Please. That would be so fantastic. No buns, just the meat. Just like in a little bucket of meat. That would make me very happy.
Fantastic.
Thanks for that, Chris. That was great. We did not have
Yeah.
a one spot, and yeah, nobody voted for the cheerleaders.
Even the
Buc-ee's,
cheerleaders
I
are
mean-
bad. I mean, the
Right,
team's
exactly.
bad, but the cheerleaders aren't that great either.
Well, and since I'm from Philadelphia, like nothing about the Dallas Cowboys is a good thing, so I don't care about.
You don't have to be from Philadelphia to feel that way. But
I
hear
mean,
you.
I
Yeah.
just I have a very strong feeling about that. So yes, that would be my vote.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep. Well, have fun, you two, at the racetrack.
see you at the racetrack. And if not, I'll
What-
tell you how things are going.
What are we doing next week?
Mm,
Wrap up?
Wrap up.
Probably
Yeah.
probably a wrap
We'll
up.
figure it out. We still need to coordinate with the track setup guys. We haven't even done that. Yeah. So yeah. Or it might be the Houston hangover.
Mhm.
We'll figure it out. We'll be
get
back
it
though.
dialed in. We'll get
We'll be
it dialed in.
Fantastic. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for downloading us. We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Everyone Racers. We also hope you will join us in the world of driving, racing, and building because everyone can be a racer, even you. If you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe. It's totally free. Then go to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. Even if you hated us, give us 5 stars and tell us why. If you have any questions or show ideas, drop us a comment on our Facebook page, Everyone Racers, or email us at everyone.racers@gmail.com. You can still text us at 484-243-0455. Find us on Instagram at everyone.racers, YouTube and Facebook under Everyone Racers, or even Reddit at /E1R. Thanks again, and until next week, keep the shiny side up, unless, like us, there is no shiny side, then just keep those wheels moving.